I never thought I would be doing this for sure. With my lovely wife helping me out, you can accomplish a lot more. So, the military service, they teach you to never quit, never give up. Kind of the warrior ethos back you up even in the civilian world as they do in the military world. So the drive to keep continuing and accomplishing the mission. The jobs I worked at and everything, they have plenty of sick time and vacation time, but with facing hardships of PTSD some days, your mindset and we don't have control of that. I mean, there's triggers, you stay away from those triggers, but also your demons come back. So
he started it so that when he was using his sick time and stuff for those PTSD stuff, he wasn't using it for that specific reason, and he was scared he was going to lose his job if he kept taking more days off, because we have kids too, so he'd have to take days off for that and have vacation. So he was like, why not be my own boss where I don't have to be worried about taking those days off? He has that opportunity to take those days off and still support his family, do things for veterans with the store.
Yeah, because I wanted more time to help fellow veterans that are in need, and this is the way we're doing it.
So I again look at those deals, ways to get people to come into the store versus not only our environment here, but really bring them in and look at some of the different products we have that you can't get anywhere else. So, and we also have free coffee and free hot chocolate to everybody that comes in. And the coffee shop is actually a veteran-owned coffee shop as well. It was challenging at some points because he did have his mindset that, nope, I can't do that. I can't do that. For instance, when it was time to go back to school, I said, yes, you can. You just because of your age or, your status as, a veteran, or I did my time, you can go back. You can accomplish anything you want to if you just put your heart and soul into it. So, he did his time in school, was working his HVAC jobs, and he would be like, I can't start all over. We can't do this. Yes, we can. We just have to work together, work the nicks out together, and we did. And, there's some hurdles we have to, climb, but if we climb together, I think we can accomplish it.
Oh, yeah.
So, some days is harder than others. I know personally, some of the stress hurdles that we have to jump over, I can't just lay that all on him at once, because I know not only is it going to hurt him and make him, worry more and kind of maybe get his PTSD and TBI going. So I have to kind of do things slowly and then also remind him, like, we're in this together. Like, we need to be doing this together. If you're having problems, talk to me the best way you can. We'll work through it. And we just had to promise each other we have to do little things at a time. So never give up. Patience, lots of patience. I think he gives me patience too, as long as I do him. But don't give up. There's so many things, like, for instance, trying to get the grants and things like that. I mean, I called and they even told me, well, just go look on the internet. And I looked and it was a 3-page long thing that you had to read. Don't give up. Just keep going. Someone will be out there that can maybe explain it to you a little better. Just keep moving forward. Keep talking to people. Let people hear your story. They might, like, for instance, we have a lady here that sells candles. In her previous job, she was a grant writer. So she was like, I will gladly help you write your grants. But just by me telling her that story, we meet so many people along the road. So
Just do it. You'll like it. It's going to be a tough road, but I mean, we're seeing. I mean, we just keep putting back in the store right now. We're building our little empire of Daniel Dean. So it's an enjoyable experience. It's an accomplishment again. Have a meaning in life.
Mm-hmm.
So
that you felt when you were in the military.
Oh yeah. Well, I just wanted to help out my fellow comrades. I want to start taking notes of what we've found out and start sharing it different timelines to other veterans. Because since there's been veterans email us asking us, hey, how do I start a business, or where do I find this grant? So we're trying to create something where we can help our fellow veterans and so they can move forward and not have some of the hurdles we had. Black Friday is this coming Friday, and we'd like to have everybody come in. We're gonna have free coffee for anybody who wants to come in and shop. It's a local veteran coffee shop. They're just starting up too, and we want to support each other. And we'll have their coffee for sale too. But also for Friday and Small Town Business Saturday, we will have 10% off if you spend up to $100, and 15% off if you spend up to $199, and over $200 you get 20% off all products in the store. So we would like to meet you. Come in, say hi. If it's a fellow veteran, you got some questions, or you're just getting out of the service and you don't know where your next step is, come in. I'll try to point you the right way. It's not what we call the old barracks lawyer, but I have made some connections in the area, so I can lead you to the right people to answer the right questions.
Daniel Deans, the address is 1335 Walnut Street, Murfreesboro, Illinois.
Okay.
You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram and on TikTok.
Yeah.
And our website will be alive by mid-December, so everything in the store will be able to be shipped around the world.
After the hearing, some very important people came to talk to us and say, what can we do to help you? And I told them, if you know anybody I can contact or any kind of anything to help us get started. And before I even left, we left to go have dinner, I had an email already from Mike Boss's secretary email me, and that was the SIU business. So I then emailed them right away. And then even a week later, his assistant, his office, had sent us 2 lists. One was, all the different grants that they know of that are offered, some loans with different banks, and then also another one of like resources, like boots on the ground. It's like a camp for people to get started, training purposes, all kinds of resources. So that was nice to have, and I would love to then share all of that with, because he has a buddy who's in Stillville that wants to start a business. He's a veteran. He just got out, and he's like, where do we start? And so I have joked, we're going to give him everything, but in return, he's going to give us a discount on cleaning our cars and doing stuff like that. So, It's because her name's Macy Joe, and we have a Macy Joe.
And we met them at Honey Fishing Days. John A.
John A.
I have a friend that I went to high school with.
Because her name's Macy Joe, and we have a Macy Joe.
And we met them at Honey Fishing Days. John A.
John A.
I have a friend that I went to high school with.
It's because her name's Macy Joe, and we have a Macy Joe.
And we met them at Honey Fishing Days. John A.
John A.
I have a friend that I went to high school with.
Oh yes, no, this one smells good. Bourbon, and most of our candle collection is more of your manlier scents.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, this one, and then there's
Oh,
another.
banana nut bread. I bet that
This
one
one
smells good,
is
too.
actually. You'll smell that. That is named after a lady who owns a
Ooh,
store just right
I
down
can
the road.
smell it already.
Yeah, as soon as you
It
open
smells
up.
super good.
And they last too.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can
fun
tell
part.
that-
Low-hanging fruit, your heart, your different cactuses, but this is our #1 seller. Far away, it's polka dots, up close, it's different women's butts. So
Oh yeah, I like this one too.
yeah,
Send
the
it.
send it. And look at this one. This one's a funny emoji. So it says send it.
I got in that line to be,
Birdies,
Yeah.
and then we also have the matching hat with it.
Yes,
It's got the middle
yes.
finger.
and then, you know,
And
And
that's
I
why
thought,
it's so funny. That's why it's
I
so
was
funny.
like,
is
yeah.
because
we made sure he didn't buy it.
Nobody else would
but I
probably
said
notice
he
it
goes
at
to a
church, but
Catholic church, and that grandma is going to be sitting behind him and just
nah,
saying-
Grandma probably can't
Yeah.
see.
all my sticky notes. Okay, is that it for you?
Thank
Okay.
you.
So did you find everything okay today?
Yes, thank you so much.
No
Absolutely.
problem. Thanks for coming in.
starting to wear right here.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But the material doesn't lose color. We have 5 kids. We don't wash clothes just in certain colors. Yeah. Yep.
You're just lucky it's
I
clean,
had a
right?
guy
Yeah.
retired. You know, we just don't have a big deal. No, we don't care. I said, oh, I gave up on that on the third kid.
That Hurricane Marsh is one of our favorite ones because Macy and her father started that one.